Hello and welcome to a quick video about these things here. These are the Eachine EV300Ds. Now these have lots of really nice features and I did a complete review of them a little while ago. But one of the things that people have been surprised about is the difference between something like this and something like top of the range Fat Shark goggles. Well, not even top of the range to be fair, that run things like OLED screens. Now LCOS, the technology that's used in here, and I talked about this last time in the review, is a far cheaper technology and it works very differently. In fact, if I insert a little bit of footage here, this is image shot of the screen with my GoPro Hero 7 set at 200 frames a second, and at this high frame rate you can actually see the individual elements of the image being cast into the goggles. Now in normal viewing and kind of much lower speeds you don't see that at all, but if you compare that to looking into the screen of something like these HDOs from Fat Sharks, you don't get those kind of artifacts, and that's kind of how LCOS works. So to show the actual latency on here, let me do some empirical testing. The way I'm going to do this is the way I've done latency in some other videos. The first thing I'm going to do is to get one of the cameras that has the highest frame rate, which just happens to be at the moment this GoPro Hero 7 that I'm using. It'll shoot at 720p 200 frames a second. That means that each frame of the video is 5 milliseconds in length. So if something takes 10 milliseconds to appear, that's going to be 10 times 5 milliseconds, that's 50 milliseconds. And the kit I'm using here, I'm going to use a Runcam Eagle 2 Pro. The video transmitter is one of the classic Immersion RC 25 milliwatt units. And what I'm going to do is use the LEDs on the Fat Shark battery, pressing the button, going to count the frames for actually appearing in the background and appearing in the foreground. Once I shot the video, I had to import it into a video editor and then find the bit where I can see in the background that the LEDs turn on, and then count the number of frames in between the LED turning on in the background and it appearing in the screen of the goggles. And the maximum number of frames I'm getting between the LED appearing in real life and actually appearing in the glass in the goggles is 35 milliseconds. Now that delay is made up of lots and lots of different things. There's a bit of delay in the camera, a little delay in the video transmission, a little bit delay in the TBS Fusion module, which is actually part of these goggles, and then it has to be rendered and projected onto the screen. So that is kind of what we're measuring against. If now I go and do the same thing with the Eachine 300Ds, the result is quite a bit different. Now it's a lot harder in the editor to track where the lights come on, so I've had to do this several times, but the average frame difference between the LED coming on in the background and the LED appearing in the goggles is about 21 frames. Now 21 frames, if with each frame being 5 milliseconds, is 105 milliseconds. At 60 miles an hour, a delay of 70 milliseconds is about 1.88 meters, or about 6 feet. So where you think you are seeing in the goggles and where you actually are physically on the field are going to be off by about 6 feet or 2 meters. If you've really got the throttle open on a fast quad and you're going at something like 100 miles an hour, then that 70 milliseconds equals 3.13 meters. And that is a distance between hitting a gate and missing a gate, or actually flying off the edge of the field. Now this result is a little bit surprising because the LCOS technology that's in these goggles isn't inherently slow, but there's obviously something else going on here that's causing this excessive delay. And it's a shame because there's so much on these goggles that Eachine got right, with the variable focus, the increased resolution, the increased focal length, the increased IPD. But unfortunately, if you are looking at these goggles and you like to fly fast, then these are not going to be the best ones for you. There's probably better options out there. Thank you for watching my video and watching right to the very end. If you want to find out what I'm currently working on, you can follow me on social media by searching for Painless360 in the usual places. If you'd like to become part of the inner circle, then you can become a Patreon. Details are in the description and you get lots of additional benefits. Check out the playlist section on the channel too. I organise all of my videos into playlists and it's called something like Introduction to or for Beginners. All of the content is aimed so that you can start at the very beginning and it teaches you that subject, starting with simple principles and moving up to teach you everything you need to know.